Willkommen, Ahlan Bik, and welcome to Celeritas. We're here for a exhibition match tonight. Special guests invited, as well as league regulars from both of our divisions. We're going for a different format, and we're almost ready to get started now. Just waiting on a few late joins. And yeah, hopefully we're looking forward to getting started pretty soon. I'm trying to track whether I'm coming through on the live chat audio okay, so please let me know if you can't hear anything, or if you can. That'd be really useful, either on live chat or on Discord. That'd be cool, please. But like I say, guests are here with us. And I'm following along. Hey, thanks a lot, Quinn. I'm following along using the Discord, where you can you can join in and chat along, and on the live chat on YouTube. So our regulars that we're used to seeing, we've got Bacon and Zonic, Astube, and our league co-owner Storm. We have No One Allowed, Alan Gold, Fabio, all here. And then guesting on the channel tonight, we've got here Robin, Renarium. I'm going to go with Mike. It's your boy Mike. So Mike, Sweaty. How are we going to go with this one? Noim, Pricey, Martin, Dan, Dave, Lingy, Zhong. Those are the drivers so far arrived. We're going to go for a really interesting experiment at doing 100% race on Bahrain short. We're going for, I believe, full qualifying. Ghost cars to help with lapping traffic. So first time using the full qualifying format on Celeritas. So yeah, we're going to see how that all pans out. I'm going to have a bit of fun tonight. I'm going to be a little bit more relaxed. I've got my single mic with me, and I'm going to have a good time. I believe we've turned safety car off because there's some people who need to get moving on to another race after this one. Yeah. So yeah, if you've got questions, we've got a new user just come in. Eustace, can I go with Eustace on there? And so that's what 20 drivers ready, getting ready. So we're about to hit the track, I think. Let me know. Well, we've got clear weather for the whole session, so no worries about weather this time. And yeah, if you've got questions for us at Celeritas, for me personally, my name's Webbo. I have forgot to mention that at the start. I'm your commentator. Generally speaking, your commentator for Celeritas. And yeah, we're looking forward to getting going. I think we can probably ready up, guys. I understand there might be some issues with trying to find a good setup. Find a good setup here for Bahrain short. Not a lot of people have driven around Bahrain short, but Storm did put one in the Discord server on the event channel, which is from TMET Marduk. So probably quite handy for a race setup, or at least if you use that one, no excuses, right? At the end of the race, we'll try and do some race interviews with the podium as first preference. I'll start a party with those drivers, and just make sure, for those of you new to us, that you've got your party audio set to share. Otherwise, it's just a one-on-one chat with me. So welcome to anyone joining us on the chat. Quinn, I think you're getting your excuses in, right? You haven't practiced and you've just got the event, you've just got the invite, so you're joining us. Is that right? So, okay, we've got, I'm going to go with Noim, Julian, because we have a Julian, I think, in the league already. We've been live streaming our first few events of the season. So I've got a good idea who to look out for in quali from the Celeritas side. But if you're feeling particularly confident about your pace, let me know, and I'll try and make sure we get some camera time. And then hopefully we can catch the pole time as it ticks over. If you think you're going to go purple, that'd be awesome. Great to have everybody here. Welcome to guest drivers. We do have a reserve system for our Division 1 and 2 races in case people can't make it. If you're joining us on the stream and you're interested, hopefully you're going to see some good racing today. Hopefully you'll be able to get your racing out live streamed on Friday and Saturdays. And this is a trial run for an exhibition type race. If you've got some unusual formats or some ideas, then yeah, let us know and we'll see if we can accommodate exhibition events. We try to put out highlights videos, hype packages, all on the channel. So yeah, let us know if you've got thoughts or ideas about what you might want to see. Getting ready to go out on Q1. So. We will lose a group of the slowest drivers at the end of Q1. We're using your guest liveries, so I'm going to keep my eyes peeled for guest liveries, and I'm going to pick my favourite. No One Allowed Racing for the Mars Bar Company, it looks like, right now. I'll stay with No One Allowed. Number 21. Starting the fast lap with No One Allowed. Car behind him. Car ahead of him. I think traffic's going to be an issue. Try and give each other lots of space if you can. And here we are into turn 3, cutting out that awful turn. DRS open on the back straight. And what is now turn 4. Let's say 4. I don't think the kink counts as a turn, right? Good grip for No One Allowed. Screaming around the corner there. We've got Dave put in the first fastest time, under a minute. No One Allowed picking up some sand on his tyres. Past the start finish straight. And No One Allowed pops in the third fastest time. We've just had Mike pop in a time there, 58.8. So very nice first time. Ash Tube crosses the line in 5th. Let's go down to the interestingly named Sweaty. Sweaty, an all black livery, are we? Going for stealth. Careful with track limits. We do usually have track limits on strict, so we need to just be careful. Number 91 in an all black livery for Sweaty. Come around the final corner and ready to start his fast lap. Alan Gold, what's gone on, mate? Where have you gone? Retired from the session. Is that a disco? Hope you can rejoin us for the race. So car getting out of Sweaty's way there. Let's hope we've got tyres up to temperature. Late apex. Little slight correction on traction out of 3. Still feeling the car a little bit, it looks like. Where's Sector 2 going to find us? It's going to be hard to keep track of everybody because people are going to be up. Oh dear me. There we have Sweaty just pushing that little bit hard at the start. So that's going to disqualify that particular lap. Okay, we'll try and catch you later. Let's go with one of our regular drivers, Bacon. A nice geometric pattern on his livery. Very Tron, very cool. Bacon's come in the pits. Let's catch you a bit later, Bacon. Ash is on a fast lap here. He's under the time. His Sector 2 he's already under. Going all gold. One of our premium game edition. And we've gone wrong into that final corner. So maybe a little correction needed on setup. So yeah, slight problem there for Ash. But there's a little bit of time, 12 minutes to go in this session. Pricey, new member in Celeritas. Keen to get involved in the racing, I know. Gearing up. Is this, so we're in a kind of an alternate Mercedes type of livery. All black, number 88. Very nice with that little bit of turquoise. Warm in the tyres, generating heat. There's not much opportunity for that on this short lap, so just that one really fast corner. And heading down the straight to start his fast lap. We lost Alan Gold to terminal damage. On his first hot lap, he managed to terminally damage. So, all to play for in the race, Alan. Let's hope you have a bit better luck. Nice and smooth here for Pricey out of the turn 3. Purple sector. This is nice. I wonder who's put in any practice time or not. All looks very smart, very cool and controlled. Right over that curb, straddling that curb there on the final turn. Is that good for braking? Let's see where this time puts Pricey. Pricey straight into pole. Great time. Fabulous. Really, really good first lap there from Pricey. Let's check in with another one of our guest drivers. This is Lingy. Lingy starts his fast lap. Through turn 2, nice and steady, picking the braking point. Tricky to pick that braking point, especially if you're in the rhythm of how to drive Bahrain long track. But there is the advantage of missing out on Grosjean's incident area. Here's what we're going to call Grosjean's barrier from now on, right? Soft tyres, nice, smooth grip, may catch a distant toe on the main straight if you can time this properly. Coming up to Sector 2, 44.4, Sector 2 for Lingy. Smoothly into the final turn, and it's all throttle from here on out. Lingy pops in a 58.8 and P7. Very nice. Let's check out Jean. Striking pink-purple livery. Ooh, big overcorrection on the way out of 1 there. A little bit too eager on the throttle. Wonder if he can make up for that. Yeah, 3/10 over. I don't think this lap's happening for Zhong over so short a lap. Martin. Guest driver Martin. He is on the End Racism livery. Very nice. Little bit reminiscent of the old BAR livery that I really wanted to come to fruition, that had the zip down the middle, Lucky Strike one side and 555 the other. I'm not sure that's a productive way of warming tyres, but I haven't tried it myself. Are we heading into the pits, Martin? Or are you getting ready for a fast lap? It's a pit job. Okay. Mike is up on his time in sector 2. So we've got black is common in terms of the liveries here. Number 14. This is Mike. Out of the final corner. Past the pits. And a 58.6, so a P3 time. Remember, it's all about not being in the bottom. Storm, we've lost you. What happened, Storm? So good lap from Mike. So Dan plus 4/10 here. Pink and black livery. Dan, another car number 14. Good job we're not using car numbers as an identifier. Go ahead of him getting out of the way. We've lost Dave from the session. I don't know, Dave, have you decided that's it? That's the fastest you're going to go? Got something to do? Go eat a sandwich? Okay. So, 6 minutes to go. Here's our Mars Bar liveried Norm. On his outlap. Looking for warm tyres. Good setup. Storm, you've only got yourself to blame. Storm says he lost the car at the fast right-hander, straight into the wall. Similar problem with Alan Gold. Storm, you pick the track, you pick the conditions. It's a bit of a wait now until the race. Sorry to see that. Hit me up if you want to join for Q2 and Q3 commentary. Okay, Noam getting out of 3, nice and tidy. Shade over on his sector time, the sector 1. This camera view not particularly helpful to us. Bahrain looking resplendent in the floodlights, as always. Out onto the rumble strip. Is that going to give him a penalty? It looks like that's okay because it seemed to be on the outside, but we did have all 4 wheels over, so cutting the margins nice and fine here. Noim, yeah, straight into the pits. Sadly, that was no quicker for him. We've got a bunch of retirements from the session. What's happening? Okay. Let's have a look at new driver Young Gantz. Jackson Pollock livery. Young Gantz comes in the pits. Anyone getting ready for a nice fast time? Fabio. Fabio, good to see you again. Racing in red and guess what? Black. Nice driving from Fabio so far. Car number 80. We'll check in with Zonic soon after this. Zonic's on his outlap. How are you finding the setup? How are you finding the conditions? Again, let me know in the chat. Fabio crosses the line, 59.1. He has improved on his time, but that keeps him in the lower order in 13th, but safely at the moment into Q2. Let's go and look at Zonic. Zonic, kind of a psychedelic leopard print, blue and black livery. Looks quite nice in the floodlights. Zonic starts his fast lap. Car ahead, but hopefully far enough ahead to not be a problem. Taking it nice and steady through 1 and 2. I wonder who's going to be the first to hit those cones in turn 3. Taking lots of apex into turn 5. Looking quite tidy so far. No. Looks like we bailed out. Are you gearing up for another lap, Zonic? Decide to hit it again. Clearing some room maybe. Or was it the yellow flag you were responding to? We had a yellow sector there. Maybe go again, Zonic. So far, Zonic's best is a 59.2. So hopefully you're heading for another fast lap attempt. A little bit of over rotation, it felt like, on board there. How far do you lean on these tyres? Do you feel like that unused section of the track is a little bit lower grip? Weaving for more tyre temperature generation perhaps from Zonic. It could well be the second lap is the fastest on these soft tyres. Nobody risking the mediums to get through to Q3, I see. Lots and lots of exit curb, and we're slower again with Zonic. It's a shame. Okay, let's look at Renarium. Renarium's just popped in a 17th fastest time, just a shade over his fastest. Back with our Mars car. Noim. Derating on the way in. So it doesn't look like a fast lap from him. Just warming up. I'm going to have a look at Lightning. Lightning's doing pretty well, and Lightning in the pits. Okay. Back to Noim, because I think we're starting a lap. No. Slowing down. No one's going to go for another pit, another line yet, so it looks like we're going to lose Storm, Alan Gold, Sweaty, Rhinarium, and Zonic potentially out of Q1. I don't think anybody else is currently able to improve. Zonic has managed to start a lap before the end, so let's stay with Zonic and see how he does. Let's see if he can improve while he's got the track all to himself. Again, flirting with those track limits. No. We're not happy. It's not enough. How about Rhinarium? Rhinarium is up in his second sector, so this may get him out of Q3. No, sadly, it wasn't enough. Keeps him down there in Q3. Sweaty is very slightly up, but again, unless he can grab a massive chunk out of the final turn, there's a good chance he's not going to be able to pick up anything here. No, coasting in. What about Fabio? Fabio's also in the pits. That looks to be it, everyone. It looks to be Zonic, Renarium, Sweaty, Alan Golden, Storm that we're going to lose out of this session. So, Q1 session with a lot of incidents and a lot of retirements, sadly, for everybody. I don't think anybody's touring. Renarium, yeah, just touring around. Looks like getting a feel for the tyres on this amount of deck. What are we thinking about strategy, guys? Let me know. We're going to be deploying the mediums. Are we possibly going to stretch to a hard? This could be a long, lonely old time if you go for a one-stop. So, Q1 results. Pricey took pole, but only in Q1, of course. Zhong, Mike, and Dave. We've got Dan, Eustace, Lightning, Martin, Lingy, no one allowed, Bacon, Noem, Jungans, sorry, Fabio, Ashtube made it through, and as I've mentioned before, we've got Zonic, Renarium, Sweaty, Alan Golden, Storm, who failed to make it through. So they will have a long time to think about how to progress up the field. Of course, they'll have a choice of starting tyres. Storm revealing a little bit of thinking there. He says medium soft might be possible. Yep. It will all be out to play for, but this is a track that's a sense of unknown for many drivers here. So let's wait and see. I'm hoping to see some interesting strategic calls, some good racing, some ability to get out of other drivers' ways and navigate blue flags. Very condensed racing. So here's Mike coming out of the pits. So unfortunately at the moment our main drivers from Celeritas not particularly well represented in our exhibition full qualifying format, sadly. Yeah, I'm not sure what's happened to Ash. We seem to lose Ash there. Let's follow along with Dave in the red, blue and black livery. Car number 34. Certainly can show tyres. Thanks for that, Quinn. Oh. Very interesting. Okay. Let's ride on board with Dave. Treating them with these medium tyres pretty gently on the way into one. Maybe he's feeling pretty confident after popping in that pole time and seeing the gaps. Thinking, hey, you know, I might take a stab at starting on the mediums here. And who would blame him? Very nice apex turn there. Catching that apex from Dave. Just keeping 2 tyres on the track. Maybe a slight overspeed into the final turn. just delaying his traction. Pricey goes provisional at the top. Mike takes first. And yeah, we're only just starting a time for Dave. I was thinking we were on a hot lap. My apologies. So Mike with a 59.5, just topped by Eustace on a 59.3. We'll stay with Dave. Pretty sure this is him on a fast lap. Maybe just getting the tyres up to temperature on that previous lap. We'll get an idea shortly of the sector 2. .7 in sector 2. Not setting the timing screens alight. Where does this put Dave on the medium tyres? There we go, Dave in second place. Very, very close to the first time to the top time set on softs. So I'm pretty sure Dave has got reason to feel confident with his times. Ooh, over-egging the throttle there out of 2. Zhang, it's 100% race. That's a long time to spend staring at that pretty horrendous livery. Just dealing with a little bit of traffic there, but he is on the outlap. Zhang, nice and easy. Temperature, I imagine keeping an eye on his mirrors. The car behind is probably going to have to wait though, unless he's himself on a fast lap. So, first attempt from Zhang here on trying to do this on mediums, just like Dave. Eustace improved his time, and Lingy popped in a 59.8, so a little bit over the top there. A little bit too early on the throttle from Zhang, who we ride with. Zhang running kind of with 15. Yep, sounds like these medium tyres are quite a different feel on track to the softs. No, bailing out Zhang. Going to fight another day. So, with our regular driver Bacon. Don't know, man, this is a pretty strong livery for me. Bacon pits. Bacon currently in 5th. Bacon our highest ranked Celeritas regular driver. Right along with Pricey. Pricey, his first event with us in Celeritas. A reminder, Lingy is fastest, 58.8, half a second faster than the second place driver, although on a different tyre. Lingy, unless you can improve on that, you'll be starting on the softs. So, let's see how the strategy is going to play out. So, Quinn agrees that the mediums aren't working well right now. Don't know. Maybe we need to check in with Eustace. They're working pretty well for him. Purple sector. Pricey, so doing really well here. I'm hoping to see him jump up a fair few places as he crosses the line. And Pricey takes pole. So top time so far, a 58.3, significantly faster. He's going to be well chuffed with that. Good job, Pricey. Good job. Fabio touring at the moment. So I must correct myself. Fabio representing Celeritas the best so far. in third place, though he is of course on the mediums. Fabio driving race number 80. I think there are better liveries out there than this red and black one. But that's just my opinion, eh? Under his time for sector 2. Hoping to make an improvement. But he's going to need to take a bit more of a chunk as we come through to cross the line here. He improves, but it wasn't enough to jump up a place, sadly, for him. So hopefully everybody taking care of that turn 1, taking care not to push too hard, because we've had a lot of people disqualified and terminal damage their cars. Here comes Dan under his time. Dan jumps up to 8th place with a 59.5 on the medium tyres. Pricey's still our fastest driver right now. Lightning's just put in a great time. Great job from Lightning to go 2nd place. In the danger zone right now, Noim, Jungans, Zhang, and no one allowed. No one allowed, I'm pretty sure, has got a fair amount of pace left in him here. It looks like that time wasn't representative at all. I think Price has decided that's it, unless he's crashed out. I think Price has decided I'm not going any faster than that. Let's follow Eustace. We haven't seen this car yet. Interesting choice of colour scheme. And I'll say the same as I did earlier. It's a long race to be staring at that particular colour combination. A lock up into 3, under rotating that tyre. Pricey, sounds like you're happy with the time. No need to go anymore. That's everything you've got. Well, it's enough right now. But what value did you put on track time, track experience, tyre experience? What value did you put on that? A little short shift to improve traction from Eustace on the way out. Eustace improves his time, but not much of an improvement on track position. P6 right now. So we haven't had as many crashes so far. Let's check back in with Zhang. No, we're not on a fast lap right now. Here comes Lingy in the fairly basic white and medium blue car 19 livery. Quinn asks about my best livery so far. I'm going to probably go with Noim and the in the Mars bar livery, that I'm going to call it. Pricey thinks he may have more than 3/10 left in the tank. Them's fighting words, Pricey. Them's fighting words for Q3. So Lingy finishing the outlap. Crosses the beam. He's got some traffic ahead. Is it enough to get a tow on the back straight? Nice healthy traction. Yeah, maybe there'll be a nice opportunity for a tow, but there'll be a little bit of dirty air through these 2 fast turns here. In the second and the third. Bear with me. I've got a long race to choose my outright favourite liveries here. Coming to cross the line. Sector 3, a lovely time there from Lingy. Gets in P2. Improves ever so slightly, but enough to go up to P2, provisional front row, if it counted for this. Here's Jungans. think, are we touring like Young Gants? Looks that way. 2 minutes to go. 2 minutes to go. Let's get out on track if you're going for another lap. Young Gants here, just cruising. Ooh, a big improvement in the middle sector from Mike here. Let's see, jump up a fair few places it looks like we're going to get from Mike. Where's this going to pop, Mike? Boom, P2. Very nice, Mike, great job. Very, very nice. 58.6 from Mike. Back with no one allowed. Coming up. Wow, that's an unconventional line. Should we be kind and say no one allowed? Time for the pits. That's trying to bite way too much of the Apex 10. Bacon, hopefully we're going to see you pick up a bit more pace, because I know you've got it in you. I imagine that would be tremendously off-putting if you were following on the stream. So my apologies. All looking pretty smooth, little short shift, grab a little bit extra traction. Let's check in at the end of this sector. Bacon, yeah. A nice chunk of time now, just nice and simple through the last corner, and we should head up the field quite considerably. Let's get us out of danger, Bacon. Beautiful, beautiful time. 58.6 on the softs. Bacon pops in to P2. My PSN, if anyone wants to chat after the session, is Webo Red 5. So, great lap from Bacon. Eustace on a hot lap. Yeah, this livery is not going to win any awards from me, I'm afraid to say. Nice and smooth. This is it now. This is the final chance to cross the line. Any lap ongoing right now is the last of them. So Eustace, you were a little further up the order last in Q1. Can you get out of Q2? Yes, you can. It looks like the track is really improving. A great lap from Eustace, goes P2. Well, folks, it looks like that's all she wrote for Q2. I don't think anybody else is circulating on a hot lap. Yeah. Here's your results from Q2. Pricey takes provisional pole, Eustace, followed by Celeritas regular Bacon, Dave, Mike, Dan, Lingy, Lightning, and Noim. I'm glad to see that car will stay with us. Young Gantz, Fabio, Zhong, Martin, and no one allowed will be our exiting drivers. Some confusion over how many cars will go through to Q3, but if it's regular, then Young Gantz will be with us as well. So Fabio, Zhong, no one allowed, sadly, will not be joining us for Q3. I'm liking this. I'm liking full quali. What do you think? Better than short quali? me know what you think. From a commentator point of view, it is slightly easier to commentate on. Now I can really focus on the drivers, and I've seen their pace. Pricey straight out of the pits. He wants a nice clear track. Jack preferring short. Bacon saying, equivocating a little bit. In some ways it's better, but it does take more time. So nice clear track ahead of Pricey, warming those tyres. Beautiful. There's a lot of love for Bacon in the Discord. This is a nice livery on Pricey, but it's not going to win any originality awards, so I'm not going to be able to put him on the podium for my my favourites. Like that matters to anybody. Pricey then. Let's ride on board and let's get the intricacies of Pricey's fast lap. Or is he going to surprise us and sandbag to the end? Slightly wide of the apex into one, but maybe that's for better drive. This looks like a good rhythm into 3. Kink of 4. DRS open. Naturally purple time, but it's the first one across. Into 5. Picks up the throttle pretty nicely. That felt like he had a lot of grip there. Smooth through 6. 7 comes at you. It's always a surprise when 7 comes at you that way. Crosses a 44.0. That does look pretty promising. That looks pretty strong, and a nice early bank up for Pricey. Hard accelerating out of the final turn. Crossing the beam at 58.4. Yeah, you were talking a better game than that, Pricey. So you're saying you've got more than that in hand? Okay, let's ride with Dan. This looks quite nice from the onboard, this livery. I'll check it out from outside. 58.9 from Dan P3. Lingy goes 58.9 as well in P2. And Noim in my favourite livery so far, 59.1. Maybe I'm just hungry. So Mike goes P2. We going for a second lap, Mike? Or are we just going to coast in? Maybe always worth just keep pushing on that second lap. Definitely nothing going on there. Okay. Youngans in sector 1. He's just waited his time a little bit there to see to get a better bit of track time. Hopefully. Yellow flag sector 1, not going to bother Youngans. He's already past that. That car might bother him a little bit. Yeah, enough to go very wrong into 7. That's a shame. What about Eustace? Any for the pits? No, just trying to catch that little bit of a toe. That was cheeky. 59.1 from Eustace. Okay. Lightning. Are you going to represent Celeritas? Well, we needed to hold up with Bacon. We needed to hold up the rep of the team. A lock up into 3. Is that enough to finish you off on this lap? I will watch you cross the next beam, but then I'll check in with Dave, I think, if you're not under the time. Lightning coming out of 6. A lock up again onto 7. Slightly over the curb. 44.1, a purple sector 2. Let's stay with you then. Very nice. Out of the final turn. Crosses the beam, a second place. So P2 and Pricey, no, Dave, we didn't stay with Dave unfortunately, and he's gone into provisional pole. The same, very similar time to Pricey in Q2. Mike taking the Johnny Herbert route through turn 1. It's a new line, I've not seen that one. Gantz is on his way in. So Dave, so far, P1. If you're quick about it, you'll easily get 3 fast laps in this session. Possibly 4, I guess, but depends whether you're going to back-to-back. Pricey on an outlap. Dan's on an outlap. Yeah, I like this one. I like this livery. It's pretty smart. P4, car 14. Currently driving in P7. Dan crosses the beam to start his fast lap. Oh, Mr. Cameraman stares at an empty track. Ooh, very, very aggressive entry into 3 there from Dan. Is that going to buy him some? Well, he's doing okay. He's well within his delta to make an improvement off the first sector, but it may have just taken a little bit of the edge off. Comes Dan through 6 into the blind 7. Plenty of grip through 7, so maybe we can push a little bit harder. And there's that purple sector from Dan, so looking good, looking hot into the final turn. Brakes all aglow. Dan takes the line and puts in a P5. So big improvement from Dan. Great work. Pricey slightly over his sector 2 time. Sorry, slightly under his sector 2. So that might just be enough to get P1 here. Here comes Pricey to cross the beam. Yeah, P1. 58.334. 333. Weird. Okay. But yeah, great stuff. So P1 from Pricey on a 58.333. But I feel like he got a it's very, very similar to his Q2 time, right? Eustace goes P2 on a 58.361. It's very tight at the top. Very, very tight. That really is the blink of an eye or less between them. So all 10 drivers within a second of each other. It's going to be hard to know who to watch. Lightning and Bacon are highest ranked regular Celeritas drivers, although I think Pricey is joining us properly. Damn right, Storm. Close times, damn right. Lightning preparing for his fast lap here. 3 minutes to go on the times. Lightning, that's not going to buy you much in the way of tyre temperature, is it? Just been making some space though for his approach to the final turn. Going at full speed through here. All about that traction. This could well make the difference between a fast time or not. So Lightning starts could be his penultimate lap. Dealing with traffic, went out wide of track limits, and that really does it for his time there. Sadly, let's check in with Mike. We know why those yellow sectors were those yellow flag sections were published just then because we saw them on screen. So here comes Mike through the final turn. Where is this time going to put him? Any improvement, Mike? Yes, up to P4, 58.5. Sweet time from Mike. Really, really great. Lightning, are you going round again? Are you back to back, or are you going in for a fresh set and final run? We're going to go. We're going for it with Lightning, but I will check in with Pricey shortly. Let's check out that first sector time from Lightning first. Little lock up into one. Just makes him hesitate on the way out. Lock up into 3. Sector 1 beam, he's under his time by a small fraction, but that small fraction would be enough to jump 3 places here, so it's all on for Lightning. I'm going to keep an eye on Lightning, but I must check in with Pricey. This could be a time to extend pole. Pricey running out of the final, out of 7. Sorry, he's under his time in sector 2, so we're looking for an improvement here. Pricey, can you stretch that lead even further? Pricey does stretch his lead. Great stuff. Well done. Really, really nice. Eustace isn't going to do anything there. Dave dealing with a ghost car. Very distracting. Don't think Lightning improved. Lightning did improve a couple of places, so that's good, and he's retired from the session. So he's happy. Happy enough anyway that he's not going to get round. Dave on sector 2 right now. One more corner before we get a better idea. Sector 2 under his time. Dave looking to fight for pole here. Comes out of the last turn. Where's this going to put him? He jumps up to P2, but man is that close. Man is that close. A 58.228 for Pricey, a 58.245 for Dave. Wow. That is some super close racing. So amazing work from the 2 guest drivers. Eustace in a 58.3, Young Gantz a 58.39, Lingy in 12th place, Lingy 12 in 5th place with a 58.4. Look at this, 0.7 of a second separating our whole top 10. Great driving, really, really nice and tight. On board here with Bacon, who popped in a 9th. Pricey says couldn't put the lap together. Oh dear me. So here's your top 10. Pricey, Dave, Eustace, Youngans, Lingy, Lightning, Mike, Dan, Bacon, and bringing up the bottom of the P10, all starting in on the soft tyres, is Norm in my favourite livery so far. Bacon says he was distracted by his cat. That's a good excuse. I'm distracted by my cat too, but hey, I'm not trying to drive, so much less of a problem for me. Back in a moment. Everybody heading away from the grid. A reminder, we have Pricey in first, Dave in second, Eustace, Youngan, Lingy, Lightning, Mike, Dan and Bacon, all starting on their Q2 tyres. Yep. Oh, we've got Sweaty DSQ'd from the session, and so did Eustace, I think, just overcooking the warming of the tyres. Maybe he'll be starting on colds. It's formation lap, there's not much time to get going and ready. Bringing up the rear, we've got Storm, sadly, in 20th place. All to play for Storm. Alan Gold, Sweaty will be on cold tyres, slightly ironically with his name. Renarium, Zonic, Ash Tube in 15th. He will be joining us, Ash, right? I'm supposed to be checking out No One Alloved's livery. Let's just go and have a look. What do I think of No One Alloved's livery? It's good. It's good. But it is pretty similar to my favourite. I'm afraid it's one of those who wore it better kind of situations with that scheme, and I'm going to go with Norm on that one. Sorry, No One Allowed. Anyway, grid assembling, it's almost time to go. Everybody on softs up to No One Allowed. Zonic, Sweaty, Alan Gold and Storm. I'm just going to start mediums. We're ready to go. It's lights out and go, go, go from the front. Looks like a good start from Dave, but maybe a shade too much wheel spin. Pricey is well away here. Everybody keeping fairly well distant. We've got Youngans just slow out of 2. So a little bit of contact there from our 6th place driver, Mike, with Bacon, I think. A lot of contact down at the bottom. A ghosting situation with the 2 tastefully decorated purple and pink cars. Let's wait for this to all shake out. We've got ghosting happening, so it's kind of difficult to track. But right now, Youngans in 3rd. We're with Dave. Spins off and tumbling down the order. Big shame to see Dave disappear like that, but hopefully he's racy. Storm getting up to 14th right now. So Storm managing to avoid that early situation trouble. Pricey well ahead, followed by Youngans. Already Pricey's broken DRS. So a great start from Pricey. Lots of action heading down into turn 1 here with the 5th, 6th and 7th place. But Jean keeping his 5th place very nicely. We've got a fair bit of ghosting going on. What's going on, guys? Okay, Jean heading down the field ever so slightly on the timing screen at least. Bacon putting in some good early performance. Bacon up to 5th right now. Bacon, our regular driver for Celeritas. It's all going on. It's pretty hard to keep track of. How's Norm doing in the Mars Bar car? Tucked right up here behind Renarium. A car disappearing off in the sand ahead of us. But Norm catching as much of a tow as possible, while the car ahead takes the outside, looking like Renarium trying to get Dan. Norm's going to watch really carefully and closely here, but Renarium really close up behind Dan here. He's got a good drag out of turn 2. He'd be wishing for that DRS. Passed on the outside, just enough. Yes, just enough to keep to gain that position. So really nice, cautious, but Firm driving from Renarium. Up ahead, Zhang has very close attention being paid here by Bacon, coming into the final turn. Let's see if Bacon can catch a good toe. He's following very, very closely. I don't think he's close enough. Let's go back down to the cars behind, because Renarium is defending. Looks like Ashtube coming up the inside on that gold livery car, but trying to take Norm, and yeah, sneaking up the inside of 3. That would be a very tricky place to overtake. Tough to see anybody coming down there. Ash being squeezed to the outside. There's just enough grip to keep his move done, and Ash, a great move up to 9th. Norm trying to stick with him. Is going to get a better run out of 6 through 7. Robust wheel-to-wheel contact, but no harm, no foul, it seems to me. Norm keeping, resuming in that position 10, a 9 behind them. Fabio taking no one allowed. We've got a big defence coming up there from the car ahead of Norm in Dan. 3 abreast, coming down the back, the main straight here. Ash is going to try and take the... Norm is going to defend, but we've got a concertina effect. 3 into 1 doesn't go, but 2 into 1 appears to. Norm getting pushed to the outside. Ash keeping a lot of grip on the inside. Where is this going to leave everybody? Looks like Dan managed to survive all of that contact. Meanwhile, up comes Storm. Storm gets ahead of Ash, and Ash comes back at him with the old undercut. So how's this working out? We've got a yellow flag in sector 2. Was that Mars Bar car with Norm? I think it might have had something to do with him. Norm tucked behind Storm. Storm, a very simple, straightforward and easily recognisable livery. Nothing too glossy for Storm. Car 88. And here we go. It's slipstreaming down the main straight again. Who gets what out of that final turn? Looks like Storm's got a good run on Ash. Ash takes a defensive line. Oh, that was a very, very strict and tight little cutback. I hope he was confident of a lack of chopping there, but Storm saw the gearbox of Ash cut straight across him. Ash with DRS, still trying to take Dan. I think Ash is going to get him. No, not quite. It wasn't quite there for Ash. Ash decides that he'll better live to fight another day. Pricey, meanwhile, up ahead, 3 seconds the lead. 3 seconds in 6 laps. Run a very short track is pretty remarkable. It's super, super tight here for this battle at the end of the points paying positions. We'll stick with it a little bit more. Up ahead, you'll also see Renarium and Jungans trying to take position. Storm has got a great run on Ash again. Storm, yeah, he gets really well. Ash trying to tuck back in, under braking. He's going to overcook that braking zone, but Storm's got nowhere to go. Can he resume? Storm cuts that corner, gets a penalty. He's got the favoured line and better traction out of 3. But maybe that won't do him any good, because Ash is going to come straight back at him. Here comes Ash, takes to the outside. Storm wasn't ready for that. Storm really didn't change his line, but Ash sneaks up the inside of 5. Storm completely compromised going around there and into 7. He's going to have to defend from Norm. Ash focusing on the car ahead, focusing on Dan now. So maybe business job done with Storm. No, a lockup into the final corner is going to cost Ash something chronic coming out of and onto the main straight. He's lost all that gain that he got. Norm behind Storm with a great run. It's going to try and get him under braking. Storm is going to go round the long way. Is he going to keep that place? Norm gives him that little bit of space on into 2, into 3. No one allowed is challenging Storm. Wow. So this is super entertaining stuff at the moment. We're absolutely loving this. I need a drink because I'm going to need to calm down in a minute. Here comes Storm taking the place of Norm up into 5 and coming around into 6. So there's the point, and Ash is off! Ash is off, spins off and cuts straight through that gap that appeared between Dan and Storm. Ash may be slightly over-egging the attempt, or is it possible there was contact? I'm afraid we didn't see. Upfield with Dan, his eyes are on Youngguns ahead, and can he get him coming up into the main straight? Heading down to turn 1, Youngguns trying to get the toe, or is he defending? A very slow entry into 1 from Renarium, maybe early braking, maybe derating, and here comes Dan around the inside. He's got the better line. Can he just feed Youngguns around the outside? No, he decides to play it nice and clean, but he gets the DRS. He's going to easily get that 5th place. I think Renarium's got some problem with one element of the powertrain. Dan being quite gentle into 5 and 6, and unfortunately not getting a place there. We're on lap 9 already, would you believe? I can't quite believe it myself. But Dan not making the move stick there. We've got another 47 laps to go, so maybe thinking now is not the time to risk losing the race. So, in terms of penalties at this point, we've just got a handful of 3-second penalties, a lot of penalties at the back. Ash ended up rejoining Dan in 19th position. Dave is in 18th at the moment. He's got a 29-second gap. I wonder if he's already pitted. Yeah, I think Dave made an early pit stop and is trying to run the long stint. Meanwhile, in the middle of the field here, we've got Dan. I'm going to head up to P3. Lingy in P3. They can still just about see Pricey up ahead, or are they lapping already? I think they might be lapping on lap 11 with those pit stops. For shame. Okay, here comes Lingy looking at the back of Lingy. Sorry, here comes Lingy looking at the back of Eustace. I do think that's very likely to be lap traffic ahead. Lingy in late, let's say late 90s Williams style livery, colour scheme at least. Who's watching along from a different division? Who's watching? Oh, Lingy loses it into the sand. That's going to destroy that front wing. Certainly an end plate's come off. We can see straight away. And I think we'll be heading to the pits with Lingy. So Bacon takes 4th place. Inherits 4th place there. And Sean currently racing with a 3-second penalty, which will be paying for at the pit stop. But yeah, Bacon... I'm not sure of his interval just yet, but we can't see the cars ahead at the moment. I'm tempted to suggest that Price is coasting. Let's have a look. Is Pricey just managing that gap because he figures, hey, there's no point opening a huge gap. Let's manage things and see where everything shakes out, or manage the tyres and see and give yourself the best options when it comes to strategy. So Bacon's times there are looking pretty good, but he has got 8 seconds of a gap. Back with this midfield battle, and Storm and Youngguns and Renarium are all going to arrive at turn 4 at the same time. Here comes 3 of them into turn 4. It reduces down to the 2. Renarium trying to hang on the outside. That takes it to Storm's turn around the outside. Storm giving plenty of racing room. Storm made up that 1 place on the screen. I'm warming to Storm's livery, so he might be in P2 on livery at the moment. I'm not sure. Storm gathering his grip together, gathering his strategy. He's doing amazingly on these medium tyres. Let's not forget Storm started right at the back of our grid in P20. but we're going 3 abreast again. Young'uns on the middle of this group. Come on, guys. How are we going to do this without contact? Some amazing driving from the 3 drivers there. Storm keeps that place. Rhinarium and Young'uns are back and forth with each other. Storm is thinking, I hope these 2 really get on each other's nerves, because that is going to help me get away from them. Young'uns takes the inside through 4, and it looks like line astern driving this time. We're not going to try and hang it out on the outside. Rhinarium defending, no, attacking into 6. A little bit of wheel to wheel, but as I've said before, no big damage or problem there. Lightning trying to take advantage and trying to take some room on the final turn. Young'uns takes a better line, so he'll get the best traction out of here, possibly with Lightning following tightly behind. Lightning going for the double DRS move with 3 abreast across the start-finish line, but Rhinarium has the inside line, overcooks the brakes by a big way. Young'uns settling into that position 6. Lightning gained a position there and is fighting Rhinarium for fighting Young'uns, and even got the better out of Young'uns out of turn 3. Young'uns attacking with DRS into 4, and yeah, Lightning just had enough, even with the lockup, to take his position. Wow, I'm not going to be able to do all of this at quite this amount of pace and decibel. I'm going to have to calm down a little bit, because this is fantastic tight racing. We're down with Zonic, one of our regular drivers, in P10 for this final points paying position. Just compromised going into the final turn, but he will, I'm sure, get DRS as the car in front pits. Is Dan pits from P8. Bacon, it looks like, pitting as well. Let's check out our tyres right now. So Zonic fighting on those mediums. So is Alan. Alan Gold up to 10th on the mediums as well. But Storm is our on-pace driver. He is on the medium tyres. Yes, a 20-second gap in front of him, but it may be enough to net him a podium paying position as this all shakes out. Storm heading quite wide there, straddling the curb again. Storm, you're not going to do very good getting all these penalties, my friend. Let's just ease off now that you're not fighting, and try and reduce those penalties. That's 6 seconds. I'm imagining you're going to have to pay for those at the first stop. So it's going to halt your progress if you can't stay within the 2 white lines. Eustace just closing slightly on Pricey. So has Eustace been playing a smart game here, while we see Lightning catching Storm? A lockup for Lightning. So that's probably going to neutralise that threat right now. Meanwhile, slightly further down the field, we've got Mike pretty close up behind this very, very similar colour scheme of Zonic. Mike down to 4 tenths. Make that 3 or 2 tenths of a gap between them here. I'm not sure anything's happening on this particular section of the track. We'll check in with Lightning and Storm coming down into turn 1. No, Lightning didn't manage to make that one stick. Forgive me, that was the last turn. So here we go, DRS with Lightning screaming past Storm. Storm with someone coming out of the pits at the same time, getting right in their face. I forget now who that livery was, but that is not a battle for position, it seems. Young'uns has retired from our session, sadly. I'm sorry I didn't catch that on screen. But Lightning and Storm resume their battle. I think the car ahead... oh, it's Eustace. Okay, so Eustace has pitted. There we go. So Eustace has managed to put those mediums on, looking to make a one-stop battle work. So it looks like the pit penalty is quite small. It's probably in the region of 20 seconds. Maybe not quite so promising for Storm in that regard, but Storm will have good tyres to battle at the end of the race. So, yeah, Eustace was in his rights to battle for position there. Storm quite tight under the gearbox of Lightning, but I don't think we're going to be able to make any progress from there on this particular section of track. Storm closing in, playing a patient game. We've just seen Bacon rejoining. New tyres for Bacon, medium tyres, but with fresh rubber he is making his way back through the field, but he's come out in a fair bit of traffic, so that's a bit of a shame for him. Unfortunately, the drivers are driving here without the benefit of strategists happily telling them all the track positions and where they're going to come out, so it's a little bit of a lottery when you decide to dive into the pits. It's lap 19. Certainly it's lap 19 for Pricey. Pricey's still touring on those soft tyres. He's got a 21.5 second gap to Zhang. Because Zhang's just pitted, that it means that Eustace re-inherits third place, and Zhang comes out of the pits. So Zhang and Lightning now fighting for track position, but Lightning might do better to let Zhang go here on the fresh tyres, otherwise he's going to hold himself up and cause problems when it comes to defending from Storm. Zhang resumes in third after a short-lived battle with Lightning, and Storm is following behind Lightning. Very nice. Okay. With Bacon now and Martin. Bacon following very tightly behind Martin. Bacon on the brand new tyres, so making up some good positions there in the field. So I'm pretty sure Lightning's going to have better grip coming out of the final turn. Good bout of DRS. But it's not quite enough. Amazingly, there must be a good setup, a good top speed setup already there for Martin. So patience is going to be the order of the day here for Bacon. Ash saying he was he's claiming that Norm's given him wing damage. We can report incidents and what have we, but I guess this is kind of just for fun, this exhibition match, so let's try and keep it light-hearted, but I'm afraid I didn't catch that on screen, Ash, so I can't really comment until we hear from everybody concerned. So Eustace and Pricey fighting for the lead. Eustace did manage to action a pretty strong undercut on Pricey. It looks like Pricey's just come out of the pits on those fresh mediums. Eustace's mediums are right up to temperature, so he is got some good grip, positioned his car very nicely coming out of turn 3 and 4. Here we go into 5. There's some close contact, wheel banging going on. Eustace and Pricey for the outright lead. This is a genuine battle for position, but they are compromising themselves because Zhang is closing up nice and tightly here. Eustace getting racy. I'm not sure he's going to take him into the final corner. He is going to try and take him into the final corner. Does that mean he's going to get DRS rather than Pricey? Let's watch for those DRS flaps opening. It looks like Eustace really did himself no favours by giving up DRS on that turn. And Zhang coming up behind, trying to take the outside run. He's got better grip out of 1 and through 2. He takes the P2. So a very, very tight battle for the lead at the moment. Pricey is very grateful for these two drivers battling behind him. How is Zhang going to fare? He takes the inside. Doesn't look like Pricey did a lot of defending, but he's happy to run it around the outside because he knows it favours him on the switchback into turn 6. Yeah. super tight battles at the front right now. Let's join Eustace and watch every inch of what's happening here. It's lap 22 of 57. Are these drivers going to make a one-stop work? It's a lot of laps to try and do on a medium. The pit window is only just open, so yeah, adventurous to try and do that. Here comes Eustace down the inside with a little lockup, leaving good racing room on the outside of 2, but maybe that just invited Zhang to keep that line and favour Eustace onto 3. So some pretty smart driving from these drivers here. Eustace feeling pretty good at the moment on these tyres. He's already bedded them in. The drivers around him haven't. I think Eustace probably gained the best out of that particular underlap situation with the undercut. And yeah, driving really well at the moment. Eustace has got enough out of these last couple of turns here to perhaps set his sights on Pricey and not need to defend. But a lock up into the final corner isn't going to help his his mission to catch, because it just invites Eustace to get that great DRS pull out of the final corner. Pricey has broken DRS. Eustace still grabbing that inside brake. So I'm not sure that his setup is quite to his liking, or perhaps he's feeling a little bit of pressure. But I'd fancy at this point on the tyre longevity, he's just wondering, still getting a feel for those mediums. Meanwhile, Pricey keeps the lead. Zhang maintaining that less than 1 second gap ahead. And yeah, really hoping to resume the battle shortly. Okay, down the field, we've got CLES1EXFR back with Renarium here, and really looking to action a good drive out of what was a pretty uncharacteristically low start. CLES1EXFR coming out of the pits, he's going to catch a toe, he's going to head into, no, he's going to pull out of the pit lane entry at the last possible second, maybe try and get that overcut from Rhinarium. He's got a bit of room ahead of him. They're on the same strategy, so potentially he's looking to try and make the overcut work. I'm not sure on this. It will depend on where Rhinarium comes out and what kind of traffic he's looking at. But CLES1EXFR in this stage of the race has got a nice little gap ahead of him. Back with Bacon resuming his fight here with Martin. So there's a tyre delta. Martin will have better grip right now. No, excuse me. Martin will have compromised grip on 22 lap old softs. Bacon will clearly have the better, more favourable drive here. At the moment, I'm favouring towards Bacon's livery being the second best, and possibly Storm's third. But I'll keep you posted on that all-important detail. Pit stop from Alan Gold and from Martin. So Martin down to 10th. Bacon enjoying watching the cars just drift away from him in front, and he can get driving, get racing, and get pursuing CLES1EXFR up ahead. Back with our podium sitters, and Zhang is pretty close again to Eustace. We're playing a patient game. Same strategy for our top three. Storm is 9 seconds behind these guys. I think have we lost Dave, Sweaty, Youngans? We definitely lost Youngans and Norm. Sadly, those guys have left us. Renarium resumes in 11th place out of the pits. So with Alan Gold in 14th, but he's put on the hard, so I'm sure Alan Gold will be driving to the end of the race. But these medium sitters, who is that tumbling down the field? Was that Lightning? I don't think so. But somebody disappearing down the field there. Lightning just passing a ghost car of Norm. Yeah. So who span? AJLS on the comments. We've had a spin, but I didn't catch who it was. So help a brother out and let me know who span out there. Now this shapes the lead ever so slightly with when we take a look at those penalties, because Storm is going to struggle to hold on to his place within 9 seconds of penalties. He will presumably serve that in the pits, and Bacon and Zonic will be hungry to take that place off him. Carrera fan joins us on the chat. Hey mate, how are you? Why not racing today? We're missing you representing. So Lightning racing with 9 seconds, Ash with 9 seconds too. Maybe it's one of those awkward situations where Ash has got penalties for being hit by somebody, which is one of the most frustrating things about this series of games. Zhong is our closest battle on the field at the moment. Zhong will not let Eustace get away and start attacking Pricey. It's a big shame, but yeah, he just won't let him get away. If these guys want to work together, I mean, I dare say that if they work together, they could perhaps start to slipstream and catch Pricey, but it would take a lot of cooperation from the two of them. We're on lap 29 of 57. So it looks like it was a problem. Was it a problem for Dan with that spin? He's tumbling down the field and Ash is catching him. Ash is now just past him. Yeah, Dan's gone. Shame to see Dan go. What a shame. Carrera fan. He's gone out for a birthday dinner. Well, happy birthday to you, Carrera fan. And he said he'd be back for Sochi. Well, yes, indeed, we are looking forward to Sochi. A reminder to anyone watching on the chat, we race at 6 PM GMT Friday and Saturday for Division 2 and Division 1 respectively. And there are opportunities for reserve drivers, opportunities for exhibition events like this. Yeah, so if you want to join us, come and join Celeritas eSports on the Discord. And see if you've got what it takes. There is an entry requirement for time trial times, yeah, hopefully we can welcome enough drivers to potentially look at a Division 3. Fabio in P11 trying to grab a place off Ronarium here and get a potential racing single championship point. Fabio taken to the inside of Renarium, but we know that Renarium is pretty robust on that entry. You do need to be significantly alongside or slightly ahead on the inside going into 5, because it's so easy to take the place back into 6 if you take the natural racing line in defence. Storm finally makes that pit stop. He's put on his soft tyres, Storm. Wow, okay. So 27 laps, 26 laps on softs. Good luck. Good luck with that one. Storm comes out in 9th place. And we keep watching. Here. Fabio, Storm, no, rejoining this battle right in front of us. So Storm does actually come out in 11th place on soft tyres. Well, hey, I hope you can make those last. It's a strong ask, I think. So here comes Fabio, Renarium in front of him, Storm behind him, and Martin behind them. So a nice tight battle in the middle here for those points paying positions. But Storm is going to have some really good racing grip. We say goodbye to Alan Gold, sadly. Storm screams up the inside with traction out of 6. So, yeah, sorry, traction out of 7. So that really was very good. But he perhaps tried to bite off too much coming out of the final corner with Renarium just cutting across his bow. Storm ahead. We're watching. Goes past Renarium. And we also see Martin making the most out of Fabio's compromised exit. So there goes Storm racing out into P9, leaving Martin, Fabio and Renarium here for dust with those brand new sticky tyres on Storm. He really has got some great race pace. Is it enough to catch? He's got a decent chunk now. He's got 4 seconds to catch the car ahead. He's got 10 seconds ahead of him. So we can only hope that he manages to catch nicely now. So Martin is your closest driver to a driver in front of him on the field at the moment. So it looks like Renarium, I may have called that as an all-black livery, but it does look possibly like it's a navy blue on closer inspection. Here comes Martin on the outside. Renarium defends to the inside, but Martin's got enough overspeed, I think, here to safely take the place into 1. So he gets a nice drive through 2 and into 3. I think he's going to stay ahead. So nice clean move, nice clean racing. Yeah, Carrera fan, you want to watch back from the start, mate. We've had some tremendous close racing. Carrera saying how close it all is and how good the battles are. So here's Zhang in P3. He's got really nice and close behind Eustace. He's going to use that DRS to come up the back straight. This should be good into 5. Is Eustace going to hang out? No, he's just going to cut back in. Perhaps try and catch a toe down that short section on the run into the final straight. So Zhang takes P2. Good driver from Zhang. He's very stable with the gap there. Around 4 tenths. Gets a good drive out of the final corner. And has he got enough to hold off Eustace, and maybe we'll start seeing a drive to try and catch Pricey. It kind of looks like Zhang has got a little bit extra grip. I mean, it's taken a little while to get past Eustace, but I think he may well have enough to pull away. Yeah, 5 tenths, 6 tenths. Looks like Zhang's got some good race pace in this middle part of the race. Storm, meanwhile, in P8. Zonic has finally pitted. Zonic's pitted and come out. I think he's going to come out in 12th. By the look of the gap to no one allowed. Yeah. So, Zhang extending this gap. Almost 7 tenths. So I do think he's probably got a bit of pace here. It's possible Pricey managing that gap at 3 seconds has just thought that he's seen that gap come down ever so slightly. Zhang is going to have to catch Pricey without the help of DRS with Eustace, unless they come over some back markers. So yeah, I think Zhang will keep an eye on that gap of 3 seconds. It does look like Zhang's got enough. Maybe I've spoken too soon, because Eustace comes back at him on the exit of 3 and DRS. Into 6. Yeah, it's still pretty close. Let's stay with these guys because it's still pretty close. I've just seen Storm overtaking Mike on the tracker on the left of the screen. So Storm has made up a lot of time. He's got a clear track ahead of him to try and catch Lightning now. Into the pits comes... No, they're just playing games with me there. It was Zhang defending from Eustace. Eustace screaming down the inside. This should be good. Another nice clean battle, but guys, this is gonna hold you up in the battle for the lead. If you play like this, the best you're gonna get is second. Bit of a shame there, but here comes Zhang again. Eustace doesn't defend because he's familiar enough with Zhang's tactics to just keep a close eye under the gearbox and be prepared for the better run, perhaps down the main straight. They can still see Pricey. Pricey hasn't completely got away, but you can see Pricey's gained 6/10 on them in just this lap, so this battle is costing them. Shame there that they couldn't perhaps look at making use of alternating DRS or something. Zhang's just picked up a penalty there, so Zhang's got a 3-second penalty. It does look like Eustace takes the inside again. Back and forth between these two. Yeah. So we do see Storm continuing to fight, but he hasn't paid any of those penalty seconds away. So Storm and Lightning both racing on equal penalties. They don't know that unless they're listening to my live stream. But Storm and Lightning both on 9 seconds of penalties. So yeah, they're going to be probably hoping that the front runner's going to need to make a second stop, I think, as things stand. Ashtube with 12 seconds penalties now. Fabio 6 and Martin has 3. So far very clean though. Linky down in 11th. Oh yeah, it looks like Zhang has decided to come into the pits. So has he decided he's not going to get Eustace, or these mediums are definitely not going to make it to the end? He's going to put on, is that softs? Yeah, soft tyres for Zhang. Losing time. It's one of those pit stops where he had nothing to lose. Everything's a gain. If he decided he definitely can't make it, then what use running around wasting time with Eustace when he could be putting in hot laps right now? So looking for quali laps from Zhang at the moment, I think. Zhang has fared best from the grid of our front runners, but of course Storm is also looking really hot up into P6 from the very back of the grid. Still waiting to see how the strategy is going to play out though. Zhang, having made 2 stops and 9 places up, he looks like he's got the best in terms of race pace, but of course what we don't know is just how much Pricey is just playing with us all and managing the gap. Maybe do us a favour, Pricey, and scream off into the distance, and we'll see just how good your pace is. So Zhang hoping to make the softs go, 18 laps? That's pretty achievable, I would have thought. Gaps have evened out a fair amount at the moment. Your current running order on lap 40 is Pricey, Eustace, Zhang, Bacon, Lightning in P5, and Storm. Those 2 drivers have 9 seconds of penalties each. Then we've got Mike in 7th, Martin 8th, Rhinarium 9, and Zonic in 10th. We still have 14 runners. And yeah, currently just Fabio and Zhang have got the youngest tyres at the moment. No one allowed in 13th, and Ash bringing up the rear at the moment with relatively fresh mediums on, so he can go really aggressive to the end. I think he can afford to push really hard. Spend a bit of time with Pricey. Paddling, no one allowed Ghost, but that shouldn't be a big deal for Pricey. Eustace is pitted, so Eustace pits and comes out. He lost a good 3 seconds from Zhang in the workout of those pit stops. So it does look like Zhang made a lot of hay while the sun shone or failed to shine in the night race here in Bahrain, but it does look like Zhang made some great pace there, and they'll be pushing now. Well, let's watch that gap and see if Price is doing the same. Is Pricey going to decide to come in and pit while he sees the potential of his lead reducing? I imagine he'll be watching pretty carefully at the moment. I hope I'm not giving anyone's strategy away too much to their competitors by commentating on the gaps like this. But I guess if you're able to drive with someone else's voice constantly chattering in the background, then you probably deserve that little edge in terms of strategy. Lightning catching Bacon. Keep it clean, guys, please, because you're representing Celeritas here. We really would like a Celeritas driver on the podium at least. These other guys making us look not so good, but they are driving very well. I'm looking at Zhang's gap, and it's coming down a little. So here comes Lightning on the outside of Bacon. Well, he's struggling for grip a little bit. So is Bacon on these mediums. We expecting another pit stop, guys? I think we might be. But anyway, Lightning P4. Lightning racing with those penalties, remember, and Bacon still net 4th place, while he can keep track of Lightning and Storm. But perhaps on a tyre front, Bacon will be heading into the pits, I imagine, before the end. So that lead at the front down to 21.4 seconds. And Zhang keeping a comfortable gap from Eustace behind. We'll just ride with Bacon for a little bit and see about his pace. And I'll confirm for you my decision when it comes to liveries of the day. So I think Bacon is going to get 2nd place in the livery competition. I think Storm will be my 3rd place livery. It's a tasteful, easy to recognise kind of livery. It would wear sponsors well, I feel. But yeah, it's not gonna rival Norm's livery. I'm afraid that one has to be my favourite. There's Mike in 7th. Bit of a lonely race at the moment for Mike. Maybe that's a blessing. Run your own race. So there's Bacon's pit stop. Bacon putting the softs on for a sprint to the end. 13-lap sprint to the end for Bacon. But of course, tumbling down the order slightly. Here he is in 9th place, I think. He's going to come out. Yeah, 9th place for Bacon. Hopefully he can get up the grid now. So here's Renarium in 10th, last of the points, although points are just for fun today. It's not part of our main championship, which you can watch at 6 PM GMT on Fridays and Saturdays here on Celeritas channel. So Lingy running in P11 at the moment. Looks like he's pitted to the end. That gap at the front, keep an eye on that, everyone. Okay, so that gap has just come down by 3 seconds since the last time we had our eye on it. Fabio is running in 12th. No one allowed in 13th here. Car 21. But yeah, definitely confirmed that Norm's car was better. I'm sorry to say. Ash wearing the Schumacher Edition gold car in 14th. He's closing up pretty nicely, so his race pace, despite incidents at the start, he's wearing Jenson Button's signature number 22, and yeah, doing a pretty good job here of a recovery drive. Anyway, so we'll look at the front. We'll see Zhang driving around with an 18-second gap. I think that might be enough to net him the lead if he can just keep driving and conserve tyres a little bit. I do think that should Pricey need to pit, and I'm pretty sure he will, at the end, that Zhang will have the opportunity to at least fight him right at the end of the race. So, Adam in the chat says, can Mike's tyres last? Yeah, it's a good question. Mike, Martin, Renarium, Lingy, all kind of pitted. Sorry, not Lingy, but those three drivers that I mentioned first, they all pitted at roughly the same time. I don't think Lightning and Pricey have got much of a chance of making these mediums last at all. But yeah, there's a possibility, I guess, Mike's and Martin's tyres could last the distance. But it's not a way I particularly like to race. Quite like an aggressive race strategy, and knowing that I've got enough in the tank. Storm has got another 3 seconds of penalties. It must be those track limits all the time. Need to tighten that up, Storm, because you're just losing places. But those 15 lap old softs, he's not had to treat them too harshly. He's not had too much in the way of battles going on. But yeah, still making good progress. A little lock-up, I think that might have been the car ahead of Lightning. But his race pace is amazing. But of course, he is gaining from a little bit of those track limits abuse. Yeah, Lightning's tyres, I fear, are going off in a pretty big way. Lightning's just picked up DRS, which is going to annoy Storm because he's going to want to get that place. But the ghost car ahead of Norm has got DRS. I mean, what is that about? How can a ghost car get DRS? But anyway, these guys get past Ash and no one allowed. So that was actually no one allowed, and Ash fighting. I think further down, that's why they had DRS. So Storm getting some good progress. I hope that he can try and make up for some of those penalties. I don't even know if he will know what those penalties are right now. But I do think that given a fair wind, he'll be able to get 3 seconds over Lightning once he's passed. The lead at the front down to 16 seconds, and with Eustace only 1.2 behind Zhang, if Pricey has to pit, that's a guarantee he'll be coming out in 3rd place. Anyway, meanwhile, Storm up the inside of Lightning. DRS pass before the braking zone. Difference in tyres helping him propel out of that final corner. So, great work from Storm. Racing number 88. Yeah, you can see Storm just walking away from Lightning under traction. So, Storm, you've got to get yourself a decent gap. You've got to do another 4 seconds out of Mike. Shouldn't be difficult with the tyre delta you've got. Okay, the gap at the front is 15 seconds, and we'll rejoin with Eustace, who is now within DRS. So a little bit of time management, possibly a little bit of fuel management for Eustace. Temperature management as well has helped him just ease his way back to catching Zhang. Yeah, still got that DRS. Beautiful. Oh, I tell you what, Eustace, your livery gives me headaches. That's horrid. Racing number 36 for Eustace. Lightning is not letting Storm get away from him. Lightning on the 28 old mediums to Storm's much newer softs. Although there will come a point soon where Storm's softs are going to struggle. It's lap 51 of 57, so you've got to think Price is going to ease this out to the end. You're probably looking at 2 seconds a lap difference needed for Zhang to be able to catch him. So here comes Storm just defending to the inside letting Lightning go round with DRS on the outside, just taking his time to come out of corner 2. But no, it looks like for some reason Storm has just ghosted. Have you dropped out, Storm? He's typing, so I guess he has. Something about receiving damage, but how? How did you get damaged, Storm? Eustace and Zhang resume their battle for P2. Eustace is going to pass him in the DRS zone. Zhang gets back onto the racing line for best traction out of 1 through 2. So, going to tuck himself underneath Eustace's rear wing and try and get back onto racing. But no, not enough out of the DRS from there to really make much of a difference. We've got Zhang racing with 3 seconds of penalties anyway, so Eustace has perhaps got a slightly better chance of sticking with Pricey. You know, Pricey is 12 seconds ahead of these guys and trying to make that one stop work. I don't know whether Eustace thought he perhaps had a chance to make a difference there by being the first to pit, but of course it didn't force Pricey into a pit stop. Storm in P8. Storm, have you just pitted, or is this just the ghost effect? Storm has pitted, or Storm's AI has pitted. Let's stay with this battle though, because it's pretty close here at the front at the moment. So far, our top Celeritas driver is driving in P4 on 31 lap old mediums. So Lightning on the exact same strategy as Pricey. Lightning, I imagine, trying to hold on to 4th place here. Zhang 6/10 behind Eustace. The gap to the lead is 11 seconds. So, unless Pricey's tyres drop off a cliff, it may be that we see the end of this. I know Storm said he had another race coming up on the hour, so it's possible he's decided that he's not going to do as well as he wanted, and he values the points in the other league's time. He's still ghosting on us, Storm. You are, so maybe you're not. No, it doesn't look like that's a ghost, so yeah. Possibly Storm is going to try and make up some of those penalty seconds. Lap 55, 3 to go, and the gap is 10 seconds at the front, so it is dropping off quite quickly. Let's check out Lingy and Renarium, because that's a nice close battle we've got on track from 2 of our clean racers. So it's about 50-50 for clean racers and not clean in terms of penalties. Yeah, Renarium taking that now pretty common inside defence. He's derating, so not fighting with all the tools in his arsenal. He hasn't got full deployment. Lingy forcing him off his line, forcing the driver off his line, so he's going to get the best traction here out of the final turn. He's got great grip. Looks like he's going to be able to get a DRS pass done here, possibly even before the braking zone. Takes to the outside because Renarium has gotten a nice and smooth defence. Renarium really overcooks it on the brakes. He's going to try and hang it on the inside. Yeah, I do think it looked like Lingy was in fact ahead on turn 2, and it was his corner. Renarium perhaps just trying to hold on just that little bit too long. The gap at the front on the penultimate lap is 8.6, so a huge chunk of time has come out of the front, but I don't think it's enough to make a change of position. We'll head up to the lead shortly, but here's CLES1EX on his penultimate lap. CLES1EX, I think, has got a lap driver ahead of him, and then Storm. It's Storm's Ghost, and it looks like CLES1EX's Ghost as well. CLES1EX, have you left us? Are you also in the other battle at the front? Meanwhile, Pricey has started his final lap. Here we are with him. It was him that we were just joining behind. We'll watch Pricey as Zhang is catching Eustace hand over fist. We will head back and check those guys out, because this is the battle for the second place on the podium. Zhang, this is perhaps his last opportunity now. No, he's not going to get him here, but he's going to try and get him on the line. A masterful drive from Pricey, a really long second stint on these medium tyres. It's coming up to the end of the lap. The gap is dropping, but it's not going to worry him. Pricey, guest appearing in our Celeritas race, takes our exhibition race in Bahrain. So a great race from Pricey, great race management. Eustace is going to come in second place, a little way down the road, with Zhang just behind, but of course dropping back with those penalties. Lightning is going to probably cross the line well ahead of Mike, but I think those positions are going to be reversed. Mike suddenly drops down behind Martin, but that probably won't bother him. As I say, on the road, Lightning is going to cross in fourth, but I do think that Martin will get him. Martin here in the Racism livery, coming up to cross the line and finish the race in P5. I'll go take you through your order shortly. But yes, as it pertains to the livery competition, definitely going to go with our final place driver, Norm. Storm and Storm's Ghost gets driver of the day. I'm going to say that Bacon... Oh, Pricey, that's horrific. What are you doing with that race suit? Anyway, Pricey takes the Bahrain Grand Prix trophy. 100% race distance. He had pole, he had top times in Q1 and Q2 as well. Kind of doesn't look like a very fair fight, really. Yep, great drive from Pricey. Just going back to the livery competition. Yes, Norm is my top. We've got Bacon in second and Storm in third with the liveries. Anyway, Pricey, Eustace and Zhang we saw taking the podium. Pricey making a two-stop drive work, as did Lightning in fourth, but the opposite, soft medium. We've got Martin, Bacon, Mike, CLES1EX, Renarium and Storm coming in the top 10 positions, followed by Lingy and Fabio rounding out our finishers. We did see Ash finish ahead of No One Allowed, great stuff, and No One Allowed in 14th. And then we had our DNFs with Alan, Dan, Dave, Sweaty, Young Guns and Norm there. So fantastic drives all around. Let's see if I can have a quick chat with Pricey, maybe see if he fancies a chat. Organise the party, but yeah, a good chance, a good drive, a little bit of fun, and Pricey, if you join me, just let me know. Remember to share your audio settings on party, but say hi as soon as you think you're joined onto the party, and we'll have a chat. So, Jack, which driver were you? Let me know. It was a nice thing at the end. I say, if you want to join, just hit me up. Webo Red5, all one word, is my gamer tag. Anybody wants to have a look? If you don't, no worries. So Jack, you're Zonic. Oh, awesome. Okay, cool stuff. Zhang says good race. Yeah, it was a good race. Bacon feeling a little defeatist maybe. Bacon, you had a great race. We've got Mike saying he could have been fourth if he hadn't had a mistake there on the last lap. That's true. Well, anybody want to join in with a post-race interview? Let me know. If I don't get anybody soon, I will probably say goodbye. I'm afraid I missed the fastest lap. I was so engrossed in the last few battles. So, who got the fastest lap there? Bacon, are you with us? What you're looking for is the party options. Awesome, Bacon. So, how was your race today? Yeah, yeah. Was it a lot of time management? Yep, yep. How did you feel the 100% race went? I kind of feel like, from my opinion, I kind of want a 75% race. I don't know what you think. Right. Yep. Do you feel the need to go refuel now? Okay, well maybe yeah, ease off that stuff because you're not going to get to sleep tonight, are you? um, well, you did place P2 in the livery competition. Yeah. Are you racing in any of the leagues at the moment? What? You're a glutton for punishment. Wow. And I presume you're calling out of the UK, are you? Cool. Yeah. We got a lot of Dutch representation, as you know. But I do quite fancy trying to do a total up of a Nations Cup divided by the number of players. So I'm in discussions with the guys about that at the moment. Any thoughts, any ideas about what you'd like to do for a future kind of bizarre or trial event? Sounds kind of cool. Yeah, I don't know how we do that in the. Uh, we'd have to do separate events, wouldn't we? Yeah. Oh man. So awesome. Okay, so all ready for the weekend's Sochi race? Are you going to be able to put some practice in? How many seconds of penalties did that give you? Oh really? That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool because it's a tough track to keep within those white lines, isn't it? Yeah. Well, that's cool. Anyway, good to talk to you, Bacon. We'll catch you at the next race, I guess. Yeah. Was that fastest lap? Did you catch the fastest lap on this race, or I didn't manage to see? Whoa. I've just seen on the chat that Pricey's tyres were on 80% as he crossed the line. I don't know. Maybe do we need a screenshot on that? I can well believe it, given how long he did. No, no, tough stuff. But he had the underlying pace, I guess, and he seemed to be able to drift away from everybody really nicely. Cool. Well, good to talk to you, Bacon, and I'll catch you at the weekend. Thanks, man. That's great stuff. Anybody left online and wants to chat? Do let me know. If not, I'll head off for the evening. Obviously, it's a later finish than normal for us guys. But I hope you guys enjoyed this race. I know I certainly did. Had a great time with you all. Some awesome racing, and yeah. A reminder to anybody left watching: we are here 6 p.m. Friday and Saturdays to enjoy our main division racing for Celeritas. You'll be able to catch our race highlights and the replayed live streams later on the channel. But that's about everything I've got to say. Final call for any chats, but I'm not seeing anyone picking up. If you don't want to do that, no problem. But just for our regulars, if you want to talk after the race, it'd be great to hear from you. Always good to check in with how everybody's race came out. It was really good to see everybody on the chat. It was great to be with you again this evening, and we will catch you on the next race day.